Alright, so it's been a long time since I've put anything up here on this YouTube channel, and it's simply because I've been working. I've been starting in a new industry, security, and that's had me working evenings for 2 months, sitting in a tiny little booth guarding access to a building. Hasn't allowed me to get out much at all. And if you follow us on Instagram at Oak and Hazel, you'll see that we got out as a family just a few weeks ago. It was great. It was awesome. Set the canoe in the water, which is on the roof right now. Got that out in the water, got across the lake, got the shoulder going again too, feeling that the paddle in the water, and everything started feeling right again, which is, quite honest, that's why I go out there, because things feel right when I'm there. So I've packed my stuff up. The beautiful Mrs. Hazel has allowed me to, kindly has allowed me to head out for the night. So this is going to be my first overnight solo in the bush in probably greater than 20 years, easily. I spent full days by myself and stuff, but I haven't spent it overnight. So this is going to be good. This is going to be nice. It's kind of a need for a recharge. You know, after 2 months of sitting in that booth, I applied for a shift supervisor position, and one of the other supervisors had actually recommended me and actually put my name in. A few people did, apparently, and right when I thought I wasn't going to get an email, and I was feeling disappointed because I was supposed to get an email for an interview, and that's the craziest thing. I didn't. Instead, I got an email saying, "Don't come into work today." Then the rest of the email went on to say, "Because you have been selected for the shift supervisor training." So I am the shift supervisor, and I've already gone through the first 7-day rotation with one of the crews, and an exceptional shift supervisor that they have too, who's training me very well. And it's something I really enjoy. And leaving one industry to go to another, you never know how you're going to behave. And you know, after 20 years in one industry, you reach a point where you start feeling like you're just doing the same thing over again, and are you just a fraud? You know? And I don't feel this here. They knew how little experience I had when they hired me, and then when they promoted me, they still knew how little experience I actually had. So I'm showing, like, I do have management experience, and I'm showing that leadership, and I'm showing that skill, and I feel good in that role. I actually feel good in that industry, in that location. Okay, so the hours aren't great. I go 7 days. That's one rotation, 64 hours. I do 5 8-hour shifts and 2 12-hour shifts. The weekends are 12 hours. So I go 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. for 5 shifts. Then I go 11 to 11 for 2. I get a few days off, like 3 days off, and then I go back for overnights. And the overnights are 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. And the 12 hours are 11 to 11, of course. So that's why I'm heading out to the bush to recharge my batteries. The canoe on the roof, I'm just keeping an eye on it. I've had to change up the positioning of the roof racks because of something that happened. So it's a little tougher to tie this puppy down, and she's moving a little bit, but I'll keep an eye on her. If I have to pull off and tighten it up, I can reef on it a couple more clips. Traffic isn't too bad. I gotta just deal with the Ubers and the taxis out here. But apart from that, it's a beautiful day. Not too hot, not too cool, about 16 degrees. So you still feel the cool a little bit, but it's just saw a lunatic on a motorcycle with no hands. Okay. Anyways, heading out of the city. Grabbed some food, got some stuff, got water, got my filter. I'm gonna filter myself a whole buttload of water. And here's Buddy merging into a lane at the very last minute. Actually, literally the last line. So that's it. I'm going to try and get as much as I can on camera and film over the next little while. I won't be out there for probably another hour and a half, something like that, hour and 20. So I'm going to paddle across the lake. The loose, relaxed plan is paddle across the lake, get myself set up at the shelter, get everything the way I want, then meander back down to the canoe and just paddle around the lake for a little bit, explore. I haven't really explored. I've only ever gone in a straight line to where we offload to get to the shelter. So I'm just going to explore. I'm going to take a look around, see what else there is out there, because there's a whole nother section of the lake that I've never seen. So I'm going to check that out, then head back, maybe do a few chores around, work on the table, maybe work on the chair that I'd really like to build. I didn't bring my big splitting axe. I just didn't feel like hauling it. I don't think I really need it, to be honest. I've got 2 hatchets, I've got my mallet, I've got my hunting knife, so I can split whatever I need to split. I have my saws, so, you know, bucking anything up, I'll use the saws, to be honest. I'm not going to waste my energy with splitting it. Splitting axe is really more for bigger pieces. So splitting up bigger firewood, I'm not going to be. I may not even have a fire. I've brought my mini stove, but we'll see how dry it is out there, and I don't know. Play it by ear. Really, we'll just play it by ear. Alrighty, so that's me for the next little while. Over and out. So across the bay from our little spot, we had spotted some like plastic or something, looked like a collapsed tent. So I headed up here on my explorations with the canoe to find this. It's like the floor of a cottage. You can see what would be the front deck and what would be the cottage itself. There's like a table over there. There's an outhouse, barbecue. There's another one over behind us. Whatever the hell that was. Don't want to get too close. But one thing I did see that was really peculiar about this spot, I don't know if y'all can see it, but if you look in behind the outhouse, what we find, old bed frames. Springs, all in good shape, and the bed frames themselves, folding bed frames. Someone was either did build and did something with this cabin, or was going to build. And that's a while ago that thing was built, but there's all these crazy eye bolts sticking into the side. Deer sign everywhere. There's something even wackier. And I decided, I don't know why. I just figured I'd walk up the hill here, go see what was beyond all of this. And, you know, it's the craziest thing. Just gonna turn the camera towards me. It was the craziest thing. I decided I'd walk up this hill And I see another barbecue and what looks like a barbecue cover. And as I'm walking along, I look down over this hill and I'll show you what we see. There's the remains of the other barbecue, a clog. Can you see it there in the distance? Follow the path. I think this was supposed to be an old hunt camp. I don't know what that thing is in the tree, but there's two big homemade tables tipped up. Huge piece of tin wrapped around the tree with huge spikes, like, I don't know, I'd say 1/2 inch diameter spikes rammed into the tree. I'm not too sure what for. They're not exactly high. See, there's the tables. There's those spikes. Yeah, you gotta be like 1/2 inch. Look at them. But the weirdest thing is this thing up in the freaking tree. It's a door on hinges hanging up in a tree. This little area gives me a little bit of the willies. Curtain rod on the ground. They're using clothesline, insulated cable. And there was like over there, maybe you can see it like right there. There's a coil of all sorts of metal, like that stuff that you see twiling up there. That's weird. Weirdest place, and it's been a while. From the decay and the growth of stuff on it, like it's been a while that this has been like this. How long ago? No clue. It'd be interesting to know, considering this is not exactly off of one of the hiking trails. Yeah, as far as I can tell, you'd have to boat in and bring all that stuff that the cabin floor was made of. There's these weird eye bolts on the side, galvanized because they're not rusting. So, did they bolt them in from the parking lot? Yeah, who knows? Cool stuff you find when you explore. Anyways, later. All right, I'm back. I think I'm starting to figure out a little bit more of this mystery of what that platform for the cabin looks like. See that? That's a winch with a cable. And if you look, you can actually see, let's see if I can zoom in on it. I can come around here, get better view. And zoom in. The tree's grown around it. So it's been on that tree long enough, a long time. The tree's grown around it. If you follow that cable, it goes to that tree, to a little pulley holding it in place, and then goes right over the middle of the platform. I think literally the eye bolts on all around it on either side, I think they just ran big sheets of plastic or a tarp over the whole thing, and they just slept in it like a giant tent. Huh. Pretty cool. There we go. Other end of the cable. And you see how the tree has grown around it. Isn't that something? It's amazing what you can do when you just kind of backtrack and look and observe and have time to check things out. So I am out here. It is after 7 p.m., 1900 hours at the lake shelter. I am boiling up some water. I'm going to make myself a mocha. The ducks in the background. Yes, I got myself a little instant mocha thing because I forgot to grab my good coffee. But that's okay. Pack in, pack out, right? Enjoying the time out here. I got out here this afternoon and paddled around, came here. I had some repairs to do on the side, something knocked in the side of the wind or whatever. So I had some repairs to do. I set that up, tied things down, a lot sharper, a lot tighter, especially with the new tarp. Fixed the tarp on this side here. As you can see behind me, this wall has been built up much higher now. And as you can see there, that green tarp, it's my giant tarp. Well, not my super, super big tarp, because that's for luxury camping. But anyways, there's only one space, and missing a little bit of coverage there and there, a little bit on the side. But protection from rain, I've got like 3 layers above me. 2 layers either side, 2-3 layers, because I've got enough tarps all the way around to protect me from the rain, because the sun disappeared and it started getting overcast, so I'm pretty sure we're going to be dealing with some rain in a little bit. I got my fire going. I just kind of let it burn down to embers for a little bit, just to cook, boil the water, get my water boiling, and then make my little mocha. Got my cup here. I got my dur, my oak, with me. Hazel's not with me this time. She's home with the youngins. So I'm here because this was a handoff. She did some stuff and I get to do some stuff. And this is so peaceful, so beautiful, so calm. You can see the table that Chris started and I've been working on too. Brought most of my stuff in here in case of the rain. I got my sleeping bag set, so that means I can't leave. Once I unpacked my bedroll, that means I'm staying. It's been a long time since I've actually stayed overnight in a spot like this. In any like outdoor camping kind of thing. It's been a long time since I've camped alone, probably over 20 years. So, yeah. A little scary, a little nervous, but at the same time, it's so peaceful. It's so beautiful. And I'm just looking forward to resting. Did some exploring, found some really cool stuff. I'll have pictures up on the Instagram page at Open Hazel, and some really fascinating little film clips I'm going to add into here of some of the things that I found. I did film where I went today. You can hear the geese in the background. There's a couple of pairs of geese, and there's a pair of loons that are out there in the water, and it's so nice to have that, to know that I've brought my filter this time and filtered some water for myself, so I don't have to worry about how much water I use up. So that's pretty much it for now. Got my kilt on, and before anybody asks, how else do you wear a kilt? But yeah, got my kilt on, got my bare feet, getting myself grounded, just enjoying being present in nature and just experiencing everything. So in the morning, I'm gonna make some bannock. I got some sausages I want to cook up right now. Pretty stinking hungry. That's about it. All right. I'll start filming again when I make the bannock in the morning. Coffee and sausages. Yay! Yeah.